Good day. Our class today will concern on green entrepreneurial orientations. And then our discussions will start by raising the questions that does green entrepreneurial orientations will help firm to achieve great performance. To answer the questions, we're going to explore the role of a learning organization. So let's take a look at the slide. Our discussion based on my article titled Achieving Sustainable Competitive Advantage Through Green Entrepreneur Orientations and Market Orientation. You can find the article at the web. It's published by Emerald Insights. This journal title is The Bottom Line, Volume 32, Issue 1. Then the purpose of the article is attempt to examine the role of inter-organization learnings in promoting green entrepreneurial orientations towards sustainable competitive advantage. We start with the questions with the concept, what is green entrepreneurial orientations? I want to highlight that green entrepreneurial orientation is a strategic posture for each firm that's attempt to promote green entrepreneurial orientations that involve green innovations and a proactiveness to capture the potential opportunities and risk-taking behaviors. Then those strategic postures is expected to help the firms to achieve the sustainable performance. And then there's various level of impact of entrepreneurial organization on firm sustainable competitive advantage. Some with a high EO maybe have a high performance, while others with a low EO but uh, still high performance, while the other might be high EO but low performance. Then it's called for further investigations that might involve mitigation variable, and then we consider as a cultural intelligence. One more time, when there's a complicated relationship between two variables, then we can invite mediating variable or moderating variable. So that's the reason why this study use a mediating variable. Then competitive advantage refer to firm capability to achieve higher performance than others. So it's better than others. In a high dynamic environment, firm need to the experience-based adaptation to creative competitive advantage. So it's part of the behavior. And then the learning organizations is concerned about how to improve community by enhancing the learning process and learning capability. So it's require integration between the existing knowledge and the new informations that's acquired from the partners. But it also require management control system to make sure that generated value will be distributed equitably. That's a learning organizations. Okay, we just focus on three that variable. Then we come up with the hypothesis one. Hypothesis one is a green entrepreneurial orientation has a positive impact on competitive advantage. That's based on Jiang studies. And then why? Because product innovation is central element of entrepreneurial orientations and which positively influence the sustainable competitive advantage. In this case, we're going to concern about green innovations. And the entrepreneurial behavior allow firm to gain valuable knowledge from the networks to identify business opportunity. For small firms that will become our objects, external knowledge is essential for their innovations because they have a limited resources. Where small firms will attempt to use external resources to achieve opportunities, indicate that they have intention to take a risk. Then risk-taking behavior implies a various impact on competitive advantage. That's the reason why green entrepreneurial orientation has a positive impact on competitive advantage. We turn to green entrepreneurial orientation or learning organizations. Then We argue that firms with a strong entrepreneurial orientation have a high intention to become learning organizations by creating culture that facilitate external exchange and transfer acquisitions of environmental knowledge that's based on RV literature. And then GEO has a contribution to enhance the learning organization through knowledge creation and knowledge sharing. So it is essential for inter-organization partnerships. Um, we also consider another variable named marketing orientations, which have a positive impact on learning organizations. And then learning organizations influence competitive advantage because knowledge is a strategic resources which need to be managed to promote sustainable competitive advantage. And then organization look for performance gains should consider devoting significant amount of effort to improve their employee learning and sharing behavior. So, well, marketing orientation has a direct impact on competitive advantage as well. Turning to the method, is a method they study, conducted a survey, a random survey, and then we send the questionnaire to the targeted respondent, and then they encourage to conduct a self-administrative report. After the data screening set, we have 280 respondents. It's come from the manager who voluntarily to describe their organizations. So this is the measure. This is the questionnaire that we distribute there. For EO, there's a 32 questionnaire. For MO, there's a 18 questionnaire. And then for inter-organization learnings, we have a 12. And then sustainable competitive, there are 6. So EOS mean our organization emphasize R&D on green technological leadership. So you can take a look more detail on the title. Findings. Before we come up with the hypothesis test, we examine the validity and reliability test, whether the questionnaire, whether the data is reliable. So the result indicate that the composite reliability is has a greater than 0.8. Ground power also had greater than 0.7. The average variance extracted on the GEO is nearly 0.6. The rest is greater than 0.6. This is the path analysis. We found that the all variable of were relationship are significant. MO, you can take a look here. MO has a positive and positive impact on competitive advantage. Similarly, green entrepreneurial orientation also have a positive significance on competitive advantage. Both market orientation and green entrepreneurial orientation also have a positive impact on inter-organization learning, and inter-organization learning has a positive impact on competitive advantage. But we can take a look at this is the item, the questionnaire. This is the latent variable. We can take a look at the things that there's a coefficient is quite varied. Yeah. The highest is market orientation to inter-organization learning. But for green entrepreneurial orientation, green EO, is the higher is the impact on EO on inter-organization learning, then EO directly to competitive advantage. So the findings support the previous work, which argue that the initiative to promote green entrepreneurial orientations allow firms to achieve sustainable competitive advantage change. Then by involving organization learning process, the results also confirm that the entrepreneurial orientation helped the firms to develop knowledge creations and knowledge sharing from their network to identify business opportunity. This is the first part. The second part, the study also support the view that inter-organizational learning strengthen the impact of market orientation on the firm competitive advantage as the expected outcome. A firm with high market orientations lead to greater inter-organizational learnings, which in turn increase the firm competitive advantage. So This result confirmed the previous study with argued that interorganization learning is essential to explain the relationship between market orientation and from competitive advantage. For managerial implication, we argue that the management should be in learning modes to enhance the impact of entrepreneurial orientation, especially the green ones, to promote competitive advantage. So they should introducing inter-organization learnings. So the integration between firm and customer could imply on central aspect of both corporate brand and sustainability. That then along the considering mistake as potential learning opportunity, the firm is expected to develop their inter-organization learning to anticipate, respond, and continually learn from the business partner. So that's our discussion today. For further discussions, please take a look at the ULS, your webs. Okay. Thank you. See you there.